Hi, Emma. I am so glad you could make it for coffee today.
Hi, David. Me too. It is nice to get out of the apartment for a little while.
It is. Is everything all right, though? You seem a little bit quiet today. You are usually the one telling all the funny stories.
I know. I am sorry. I guess I am just not in a very chatty mood today. I have been feeling a bit off for the last few days.
I thought so. You have a sad look in your eyes. You know, you can talk to me about anything, right?
I know. It is just, I do not want to be a downer. I do not want to ruin our nice, relaxing coffee with my problems.
You could never ruin our coffee. You are my friend, and friends are there for each other, in the good times and in the bad times.
That is very kind of you to say, David.
I mean it. So I am going to ask again. Is everything okay? You do not have to talk about it if you do not want to, but I want you to know that I am here to listen if you do. There is no pressure at all.
Thank you. I think I would actually like to talk about it. Maybe saying it out loud will help. The truth is, I am not really okay. I have been feeling very sad and overwhelmed this week.
I am really sorry to hear that. Did something specific happen to make you feel this way?
That is the strange part. Nothing big or dramatic has happened. There was no single bad event. It is more like a lot of small things have all added up at the same time. It feels like a heavy gray cloud is just sitting over my head.
A heavy gray cloud. That is a very good way to describe the feeling. I have felt that way before. So, what kind of small things have been bothering you?
Well, work has been very stressful lately. We have a huge project with a very tight deadline, and I have been working extra hours every night. I feel like I am constantly under pressure to perform.
That sounds exhausting. Working under constant pressure can really drain your energy.
It has. And I think I am also feeling a little bit lonely. My family lives so far away, and I have not seen them in a long time. I was looking at old photos of them last night, and it just made me miss them a lot.
It is so hard when your family is not nearby. It is very natural to miss them.
And on top of all that, there are just little silly things. Like my favorite coffee mug broke this morning, and I got stuck in traffic for an hour yesterday. They are not big problems, but it just feels like nothing is going right for me this week.
Thank you for telling me all of that. I am so sorry you have been dealing with all of this at once.
I feel a little silly complaining about it. They are all just normal life problems.
Please do not feel silly. Your feelings are not silly at all. It is completely understandable that you feel sad and overwhelmed.
You think so?
Absolutely. You have a high-pressure situation at work, you are missing your family, and you are dealing with all the small, annoying frustrations of daily life. That is a lot for one person to handle. Anyone would feel down in your situation.
Hearing you say that actually makes me feel a little bit better. I think I have been telling myself that I should be stronger and that I should not be so sensitive.
You are very strong, but being strong does not mean you are not allowed to feel sad. Your feelings are completely valid.
I just wish I could snap out of it. I wish I could just decide to be happy again.
I know that is a tempting thought. A lot of people, when they see a friend is sad, they say things like, cheer up, or just think positive thoughts.
Yes, people say that all the time. But it is not very helpful. It just makes me feel worse because I cannot just switch my emotions off.
I know, and I am not going to say that to you. I think it is very important to allow yourself to feel sad sometimes. You cannot be happy and positive every single minute of every single day. That is not realistic.
It is not. It is okay to not be okay sometimes.
Exactly. Sadness is a normal human emotion, just like happiness. The best thing to do is to be patient and kind to yourself. You should let yourself feel your feelings without judgment. The gray cloud will not last forever. I want you to know that I am here for you 100%.
Thank you, David. It really means a lot to me just to have you sitting here and listening.
Of course. Now, I want to ask you a very important question. Is there anything at all that I can do to help you right now, in this very moment?
I am not sure. I do not think there is anything that can fix the problem.
I am not talking about fixing the big problems. I am talking about small, simple things. For example, would you like me to go and get you another cup of tea? Or would you prefer it if we just sat here in comfortable silence for a while? Or maybe you would just like a hug.
A hug would actually be very nice.
Then a hug it is. Come here.
Thank you. That was a good hug. It is amazing how a simple hug can make you feel a little bit safer.
I am glad it helped. Sometimes the smallest gestures can make the biggest difference.
It really did. I think I am starting to feel a tiny bit lighter already.
I am so happy to hear that. You know, our conversation is reminding me of a funny memory of us from a few years ago. Do you remember that time we decided to try and bake a cake together for our friend's birthday?
Oh my goodness. How could I ever forget that? I think you are trying to make me laugh.
Is it working? We were so confident. We thought it would be so easy. We did not follow the recipe properly.
We did not. I think you confused the amount of salt with the amount of sugar. The final cake was a complete disaster. It was as flat as a pancake, and it tasted so salty.
It was the worst cake in the history of baking. But we laughed so hard that we were crying. It was one of the best days.
It was. We ended up just buying a cake from the store. That was a really fun memory. Thank you for reminding me of that. It is nice to think about happy times.
I thought it might make you smile. And I am happy to see that it did. It is a beautiful smile.
You were very sweet.
I have another idea. I do not want to put any pressure on you, so please feel free to say no. But maybe we could do something simple and relaxing together this weekend, to get your mind off things.
What kind of thing were you thinking of?
Nothing big or complicated. No big parties or crowded places. I was thinking we could just go for a very gentle and quiet walk in the park on Sunday afternoon. We could just enjoy the fresh air.
A quiet walk in the park. That actually sounds really nice. It does not feel overwhelming.
Or, if you do not feel like going out, we could just stay in and watch a really funny, silly movie at my apartment. We could order some pizza and just have a very lazy evening.
Both of those sound like really lovely, low-pressure ideas. Thank you for suggesting them.
Of course, we do not have to decide now. Just think about it. The most important thing is that you are being kind to yourself this week.
Being kind to myself, what does that look like?
It just means doing small things that make you feel good and cared for. It is called self-care. For example, are you getting enough rest? Or are you staying up late working every night?
I have been staying up very late working. I have been very tired.
Maybe tonight you could try to finish your work a little earlier and have a relaxing evening. You could take that warm bath we talked about. You could listen to your favorite calm music. You should give yourself permission to rest.
I think I need to do that. I have been pushing myself too hard, and I probably have not been eating very well either.
Then maybe tonight you could order your favorite healthy takeaway food so you do not have to worry about cooking. Just be gentle with yourself.
A warm bath, my favorite music, and some healthy food. That sounds like a perfect self-care evening.
I think so too. And remember, this sad feeling is not permanent. It is a cloud that will pass. You have been through difficult times before, and you are always strong enough to get through them.
Thank you for believing in me. Sometimes it is hard to believe in yourself.
That is what friends are for. We are here to believe in you until you can believe in yourself again. And I want you to promise me that if you are still feeling this way tomorrow, or if you just need to talk again, you will call me.
I promise.
I am always here for you. You are not alone in this.
David, I cannot thank you enough for this conversation. When I walked in here, I felt so heavy and so alone with my feelings. But now I feel so much lighter. Just talking about it with someone who listens without judgment is the most helpful thing in the world.
I am so happy I could be that person for you today. Now, how about we finish our coffee and you can tell me again about that salty cake?